nga malam tay amin kakabsat ken ka-Generation Z or Gen Z. Ikagtangal daw ket adda bisita tayo may isang estudyante, may isang youth leader, campus leader, events host, as well as a leader, wano chairman, iti may sa nga grupo dito distrito tayo, iti probinsya tayo ng Ilocos Sur. Iso da tayo makunkuna nga namnama. Intay ang muyan madamdamano niya kaya't nasawen dito yung namnama. It means hope in English. It's translated as hope in English. So, kakabsat, dagiti namnama tayo, dito yung Ilocos Sur, the hope of the fatherland. Da kay amin nga Gen Z, nga agbibuyay tatay, amok kada kayo, si Mesa nga naregta, very active, ni Mr. Lennox, Mr. Lennox Quinola.
Yes.
Ayun bang gumalang mo,
Good
Lennox?
afternoon, Ma'am March. Sorry, Ma'am March, medyo komportable lang kami sa Tagalog and English. Kaming mga nasa kanay ng generations ngayon.
Okay
diba?
lang.
Sa form of communication.
Okay.
And good afternoon po sa lahat ng mga viewers ng Kabsat Channel.
Habol ako kasi Gen Z din ako,
Yes.
Lennox. I've known you since, I think, December. And you were introduced by our production manager, Gilbert Caro, to have been newly elected of an organization that was organized by Kong Divi himself.
Yes.
So, dito yung namnama. Muna-unay, kahit kung mamamuano ka sa ano kayo, nga Gen Z, kasi ano nagiti kabataan, kada dito yung panyempo.
Well, Ma'am March, no, mostly kasi sinasabi nila mga Gen Z ngayon, impulsive. Di ba?
Okay.
Pero mostly kasi yung impulsiveness namin, madalas naman yan may pinaghuhugutan. At
Okay.
syempre nasa era kami ngayon ng mga maraming mga technology, so parang nabe-base lahat ng mga actions namin through technology. Pero as of now, kaming mga generations here, maganda naman pa rin ang pakikitungo sa other generations and ayun, meron pa rin kami mga sariling identity na tinatawag.
Oh, marami kayong hashtag.
Yeah.
Sobra. At saka, kayo na yata yung generation na ang daming platforms, marami kayong applications, may mga 2, 3, 4 na mobile phones actually. And tell us more, itong pandemic, ano yung mga pinagagawa ng mga youth? Kasi limitado ang ating movements, may mga restrictions, hindi na yung kagaya ng dati, na ang dami-dami ninyong activities.
Yes, Ma'am March, nako, kapag sinasabi nating nasa pandemic ngayon ang mga youth or mga nasa generation, si dalawang mga tao lang yan. Yung isa nasa hanay ng online education or online learning, yung isa nasa hanay naman ng online gaming, yung tinatawag natin madalas na mag-ML, mga ganun, di ba, Ma'am March?
Yes.
If you can sinapapansin natin, marami sa mga tao ang nasa grupo-grupo or nasa gilid ng kanilang bahay kasi naglalaro silang ML. And others, may mga tutok naman talaga with their education. And I am so proud with those people na kaya nilang pagsabayin ang kanilang mga gustong gawin sa buhay.
Yes, I have 2 sons who are in college, they're in the university, at nag-aaral sila, modular at saka online.
Yes.
But then they're also into this ML thing. What is this ML? Mobile Legends?
Mobile Legends, yeah.
Anong itsura nitong Mobile Legends? I've been trying.
Actually,
Gusto kong
Ma'am March,
malaman kung ano yan.
Actually, Ma'am March, hindi po ako naglalaro ng Mobile
ganon?
Legends kasi I think this will be addicting and baka makakasira lang sa mga studies. Pero as I can see naman sa mga social media kasi kapag may pinost ka sa social media, it will be something very informative or wala kang choice kundi tignan yung content ng ipopost nila. Well, para itong laro na parang may mga heroes ka and then yun parang naglalaro ka lang and then to defend your own.
But it has come to a gaming kumbaga pinaglalaroan ito at pinagkokompetisyonan.
Yes, I think that is considered also as an e-sport, Ma'am March, kasi ginagawang competition ng other people na rin. And of course, siguro may mga matututunang aral din when playing e-sports like Mobile Legends. Katulad na lang ng sportsmanship.
Yeah. Alam mo, kapag naglalaro ang mga bata, ang importante sa kanila dapat isipin yung disiplina.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
May oras ng pag-aaral, may oras din ng paglalaro.
I do believe.
Pwedeng physical sports like basketball or running or jogging. And ang pinakauso ngayon, yung cycling.
Yeah.
Marami. Parents ang namili ng mga bisikleta at saka mga mountain bikes ng ating mga kabataan. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, even my age, marami
oo.
din ang nagbabike.
Actually, Ma'am Marge, marami na rin organizations ngayon ng mga kabataan about mga cyclings kasi nga, napansin mo, Ma'am Marge, parang naging manifested lang yung mga grupo ng cyclists nung nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic. Pero during the pre-pandemic season, wala pang mga nagbibisikleta madalas, Ma'am Marge, di ba?
Meron na rin, kasi nung medyo kabataan ko, me and my husband would go mountain biking.
Yeah.
Pero hindi sa mountain, kundi sa kalsada, sa mga remote barangays. And we had fun because we thought then that it was one aspect of physical fitness and bonding as well. So ang nakikita ko ngayon, may mga grupo-grupo na. In fact, meron sa Metro Viga, nagulat ako, I was somewhere in Kawayan, tapos bigla na lang, ang dami ng bikers.
Oo, akala mo, nagpaparada sila, Ma'am Marge.
Oo.
Ganon yung mga kabataan ngayon, ganon sila kaano sa mga bagay-bagay. Parang bumubuo sila ng mga organizations sila and of course, unity within each other.
Pero bihira na yata yung naglara. Meron pa rin yung sa ball games, lalo na yung basketball.
May mga others pa rin who sticks with the traditional games. Pero dahil nga sa minimum health standards tayo, we need to abide by the law.
Now, ikaw isa pang estudyante, you are the university. How is your learning mode? Ito ba ay yung sinasabi na iba-ibang mode of learning? Merong through online or through Zoom or even Google Class or Google Meet, as well as yung Facebook Messenger. So how is it? How do you feel about going through your classes and your lessons and meeting your teacher and as well as your classmates through these platforms?
Well, actually, Ma'am Marge, to be honest, I would like to have my personal sentiments about online learning kasi it's really stressful, to be honest, kasi more on activities tayo and more on readings. Pero may mga others pa. We should be thankful kasi we're staying at home and lesser yung possibility na makakuha tayo ng virus outside. Pero may mga times na, of course, motivated ka. May mga times na nasa discouraged level ka kasi nga sa sobrang stock up ng mga activities natin sa school. Pero kailangan pa rin na...
Do you find it that way? Na-stock up kayo o madami masyado yung binibigay ng inyong mga
masyado marami.
teachers?
Pero it's up for you to balance it, Ma'am Marge, no? Kasi kabataan talaga ngayon, we need to be challenged. And we need to accept the challenge for us, for the learning, for our success in the future. And dahil nga sa online learning, anyway, Ma'am Marge, may mga others pala na, may mga nasa course na kailangan ng face-to-face learning. Like, mga nasa medical fields. Pero
engineering even perhaps, and architecture.
Pero kaming mga nasa language, nasa field of language or mga nasa secondary education, mga ganon. And kahit na readings na lang kami and pure readings sa mga internet or sa mga binibigyan nilang modules.
Now, how do you find yung connectivity ninyo? Because that is one of the risks, if not problems or issues or concerns of our current students because of the pandemia, hindi sila maka-face-to-face or maka-attend ng classes sa university or sa campus.
Well, actually, Ma'am Marge, we would like to thank the social media applications and of course, the technology itself kasi kahit na walang face-to-face, at least we still find some resources for us to have this interaction and parang to maintain or strengthen our rapport pa rin. So at least nandun pa rin yung pag-uusap namin, like video call or, diba? Video call or may mga ginagamit silang platform like the Google Meet or Zoom, especially with trainings and webinars that I am attending. And of course, mga klase na rin namin. Nandun yung mga teachers namin. Andun pa rin yung mga kulitan, pero at least parang you're more comfortable kasi nasa bahay lang.
Now, kayo mga estudyante, I have this experience as a teacher. I teach online. Hindi ako nagturo face-to-face noon. I haven't had that experience. But I'm still enjoying yung teaching my students in the university. Lalo third year and fourth year sila, they're quite matured and they're quite responsible. So they read through Google Classroom and then I send them links, I send them materials, but we focus on Messenger. Pero mahirap kasi magta-type-type ka. May mga, meron na akong sa Word, ika-cut and paste ko na lang sa kanilang Messenger.
Kaya ang ginagawa ko sa akin, Ma'am Marge, I have laptop and I have phone.
Exactly.
Sa laptop ako nagta-type kasi it's better for you to, you encode just the ideas immediately. Pero sa phone kasi parang ito lang yung ginagamit mo or ito. Pero at least sa laptop you can have it all.
I am using 3 gadgets actually when I teach, no?
Sana
But
all may budget.
I would rather have the laptop rather than the phone kasi nga bulk yung ma-message mo. Kasi kung magle-lecture isang guro, kailangan hindi lang 1 sentence, 2 sentences, no? Kanya lang kung minsan nakikita ko, yung pababa na profile ng mga students medyo mahina. So, I think that is also a challenge, yung connectivity natin ngayon, no? But despite that, students and teachers and even parents are making use of what we have. We do make use of what we have. Kasi iyan na lang ang meron tayo, right? Hindi naman natin may papilit, yan tayo may papilit, di mapantiskwela. Because of the risk, no? Despite the fact na mailiw tayo metnyatan ng Mapanti University, lalo kanya yung estudyante. Now, tell me, apart from being a student, you are a student leader, you are a chairman of a newly organized organization. And how do you feel about it?
Well, actually, Ma'am March, I feel overwhelmed kasi with all those affiliations and organizations that I'm involved with. Actually, marami pa akong involvement. I'm also a campus journalist sa school.
Yeah, I saw it in your profile.
And
you are the editor, I think.
No, I'm just just one of the nasa
Staff.
positions naman. Pero like managing editor, ganun. Pero still, I
editorial
contribute with
staff.
articles.
Good.
And I'm also the current local skills development director ng JCI Canton Goldie.
What is that?
JCI is Junior Chambers International. Hello sa mga ka-JCI ko.
Yeah, o nga, no?
Actually, we're an organization. We're having a lot of advocacies and patuloy pa rin yung trainings namin. I have just accomplished my training about sa pagtitrain, professional training, which is entitled Gabay. And may mga activities kami like we're giving donations and we're helping the frontliners. As of now, yun yung activities namin because we're trying to be timely and relevant no March. And also before, may mga tree planting activities kami. I was also the president of Save Me Movement, that is Students' Actions Vital to the Environment, Mother Earth Movement.
Do you still have time for yourself and your love
I
life?
have, March. And love life, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But tell me about being an editor, or rather a writer, or part of the editorial staff. You're a journalist in your own way.
Yeah.
Batang-bata ka pa. Ano naman yung mga naisusulat mo na o na-feature or contribution mo to that campus paper? Is it a campus paper?
Yes, Ma'am March,
Yes.
it's campus paper. Pero mostly ang laman nun, ang mga sinusulat ko, some of my contributions are, kasi madalas noon ako nasa affiliated as news editor, so madalas news talaga. So I need to cover every single event na nangyayari sa school. And mostly those are positive things that should sensationalize the achievement of the school.
Okay, and that's one way of motivating the students, no? Not just to focus on academics, but also on extracurricular activities in school. Anong year ka na, Lennox? Graduating?
Third year college, Ma'am March. Yeah.
And you are taking up what course?
Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English.
Oh, magiging teacher ka in the future,
Yes.
no?
Oo.
So, marami tayong mga kaibigan siguro, marami kang kaibigan, lalo na yung mga members of your organizations, and even your affiliation with organizations in campus. Kailangan natin batiin sila, okay?
Yes, Ma'am.
Gusto kong makuha yung ating monitor para batiin natin kung meron na nag-shout out. Kaya lang, gusto ko munang batiin yung mga nanonood na 18 years and below. Kasi sila
kasi
talaga,
yeah.
yes, they are the active ones these days. Kahit na walang school, marami pa rin silang pinagkakaabalahan.
Sobrang dami, Ma'am March. Actually, marami ring
Oo.
involved sa mga online selling na kabataan ngayon. Sila ang nag-spearhead.
Wow, no?
Yeah.
Eto, nauna si Athena Lopez. She's really from Ilocos, pero nasa London na siya. Sabi niya, greetings po to you all. And then, my heart at prayer para sa iyo. Si Locris Serrano, Santiago siguro ito, good PM, watching from Parulan, Plaridel, Bulacan.
Wow,
Isang Bulakenyo.
ang dami.
Stay safe,
Lalayo.
ma'am. Oh, thank you very much. Si Abigail Pimienta, good afternoon po. And then, thanks for watching. Sabi ng isang kasamahan natin dito sa Kakabsat Channel, si Scarlett Grace Ichon. Tanong ko lang po kung paano na ang estilo ng ligawan ngayon. Wow, I love that.
Oh,
Ano
my
po ang
goodness.
advantages ng sitwasyon noon at ngayon pagdating sa love life? Okay, maybe you
Okay,
can share.
yeah.
I can also share my own experience. Actually, Gen X din ako kung minsan.
Well,
Gen
actually
Z.
po, I'm not really into observing people and observing the youth right now. Pero as I can see, we have a little percentage na nandun pa rin yung traditional way of courting the person. Like, andun pa rin yung harana,
andyan yung bulaklak,
Yes.
yung
Giving the
bisita.
chocolates, bulaklak.
Yes.
Pero one thing's for sure, Ma'am Marge, everything is now happening mostly to online, yung mga online dating apps.
Yes.
Like we have dating platforms, someone which I don't have kasi I have my own partner.
Is there a dating app?
There are dating apps. There
so
are a lot of
you
dating
provide
apps.
your profile as well?
Yes, it's up to you
Men
if you're
and
gonna.
women.
Yeah, it's up to you if you're gonna give your details or you will remain as an anonymous person. And mostly a lot of people do meet ups. Nag-meet up talaga sila.
Is this for free?
Yeah, they are for
Sa
free.
application?
Yeah, you're not gonna pay for it.
Dating.com na yan, okay.
Pero mostly madalas kasi, Ma'am March, ang nagaganap ngayon about finding your partner is about the dating app talaga. Which I can see in my personal opinion.
Yes.
And may mga others pa rin na refer na, uy, si ganito, parang maganda siya. Sino yung pangalan? Sino yung babae kasama?
Meron pa ba yung mga bridge type na merong
Yes.
in-betweener?
Oo,
Uso pa ba yun?
Meron pa rin, Ma'am March.
Uso pa, ha? Wow,
Marami.
Okay, pero meron ng online dating, meron pa rin yung traditional na nagsisend ng messages sa phone, or SMS, we call that.
Well, actually, Ma'am Marcy, madalas noon kasi telegram and letters, so parang matagal pa bago umabot yung message. Ngayon, that's instant na kasi because of the messaging apps or the social media apps that we use.
You think may mga love letters pa hanggang ngayon?
Yes, pero in a form of siguro mga instant na binibigay parang
Messages
sa school
na.
setting. Oo. School
Okay.
setting like, uy, pakibigay to kay lalo sa mga Valentine's Day season.
Yes, and even
Pero,
Christmas and birthday.
Pero as of now, siguro kailangan muna natin gamitin yung mga mobile phones natin to give or express our love.
Lesser expense actually, and lesser risk because you don't go out of your way physically kung hindi through messages.
Pero actually, Ma'am Marge,
Okay.
speaking of risk, ang masasabi ko lang na risk dito, siguro mag-ingat lang tayo, especially that hindi natin mostly talaga kilala yung mga taong kinakausap natin kasi there are, sinasabi nila na dummy accounts.
What do you mean dummy account?
Dummy accounts is another account created by a person, parang gumagawa siya ng fake account just to talk with that person.
Reach out to a girl or something like that. So, kailangan kilalanin natin ng maigi.
Yep.
And then, we should also have that gut feeling kung totoo itong taong to o hindi.
Yes.
Okay. Meron din ditong message from Lee J. John. I'm here. Hi. And then, Athena Camomile Amigable. Chairman namin yan. Yes. At andito si Chairman Lennox ng Namnama.
Hi, Althea.
And then Scarlett Gracie Chan, kumusta po ang love life ng guest ninyo? Tinatanong ka, Lennox. Alam niyo, gwapo itong batang ito. Very active, very charming, and ewan ko kung paano ang kanyang love life despite all of these activities and undertakings.
Well, Ma'am Marge, sabi ko kanina, na-mention ko kanina, I'm taken, pero I'm open
Wow,
to...
you're taken.
Yeah, I'm open to being
Other
a friend of
friends.
everyone.
Right.
Yes. But I'm offering myself,
Sama ako dyan.
I'm offering myself to give care and of course support to other people as well.
Yeah. For you, what is the right age na kailangan magkaroon na ng boyfriend or girlfriend ang isang dalaga o binata?
Actually, I could base it if siguro it's improper for me to say na kahit anong age mo, Mars, no? Kasi there are still other conservative people and parents out there na hindi mo na pinapayagan yung kanilang mga anak. Pero as I've read from Sarah Kay and Phil Kay's spoken poetry, love is nasa different timings and it's in a different time zone.
Yes.
So maybe you are ready for love or maybe love is not ready for you.
And sometimes, if not most times, love is found in the most unexpected places
Yes.
and unexpected
That's what I'm supposed to say. Pero Ma'am Marge, siguro with love, kailangan nating ingatan yung mga sarili natin kasi there are times na hindi natin na-identify if it's just love, affection, or lust stage pa lang.
Or even puppy love.
Yeah, kasi we have 3 stages of love, diba? Baka malay natin.
Ganon? Sige, turuan mo nga ito.
First stage of love is nasa ano pa lang siya, nasa lust, affection, and love.
Yeah, okay. And how do you find love? Define love.
Love is siguro with what I experienced. Nako, parang
Coming from the heart, what is love?
it's so hard to articulately tell the meaning of love, pero love is oh my God. Nape-pressure ako dito. Love is siguro happiness, yung happiness ng partner mo, happiness pa rin. It's a genuine thing.
It's a genuine thing, yeah. Okay. So it is not just for you to accept somebody, but the other party should accept the way you
Yes.
are.
Love is something like an act of service.
Act of service,
Yes.
that's a new definition na narinig
Yeah.
ko. Tell me more about it.
Wow, Ma'am Mars. You're something really interested about love.
Hindi kasi yun ang tinanong
Oo.
ng ating, yan naman talaga hindi nawawala sa ating mga kabataan.
Yeah.
I mean, you get into marriage because at younger age, you fell in love, you think, and you feel you fell in love to someone else and with someone else, right? Even my stage, no, meron ding mga single blessed na nandyan pa rin yung sinasabing pag-ibig. Merong love for parents, love for family, love for oneself, pero nakakakilig pa rin yung
Yes.
love for the opposite sex,
Well,
right?
actually, Ma'am March, marami ngayon ang definitions and involvement of love, not just between
Yes.
man and woman, but there are
Right.
also same-sex loves that we encounter right now.
Yes.
Hello to the LGBT community. We are so proud
Hello,
of
mga
you.
ka-LGBT.
Yes,
Okay.
ally.
Yes, yes. And you are open to that.
Yes.
Why? You have friends.
I have friends, and I myself also I consider myself also in the
In the
community as well.
really?
Kasi it's a very wide community actually. There are also different genders and genders or orientations that we are making. So before siguro wala pa yung pansexuality, wala pa yung bisexualism or
Right.
something na ganun, Ma'am Mar. So
Yes.
purely we say that it's gay or it's lesbian, ganun lang.
But we're now very open to
Yeah.
The affiliation of people or even to the identification
Yes.
of themselves, whether they're man, woman, girl or boy or whichever.
Yeah,
No?
because a lot of people nowadays are gender fluid.
Right, right. I like that word, gender
Gender
fluid.
fluid.
Ang ganda ng boses na mo. Now, tell me, you've been into broadcasting,
Yeah.
you've been a journalist, but I also learned that you are part of T-Vegan.
Yes.
It is the channel of the city government of vegan. Now, how is your experience there, being a very young practitioner in broadcasting?
Well, I myself is so thankful, especially grateful sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa akin and of course sumusuporta sa segment namin sa Tivigan, Ma'am March. And I am so thankful with a lot of people sa mga staff and mga boss or heads namin dun sa Tivigan, especially with the city government of Vigan kasi they are giving opportunities to people like me and of course to give out our potentials and to enhance our talents na rin.
What is your segment? How do you call it? What's the
It's
title?
Vegan Life.
Vegan Life.
We actually feature a lot of establishments and people na parang they're so popular.
The ways of lives
Yeah.
of people in vegan, restaurant where we go to, hotels, kung saan pumupunta ang
Yes.
ating mga bisita, mga foreign visitors, our tourists. Ano
Yes.
yung ating mga nakaugalian dito
Yes.
sa vegan? Paano mag-ride sa kalesa? Anong mga pagkain na popular sa vegan, right? Now, let us read more of our
Yes.
messages, mga shout-out dito, okay? Thanks for watching, sabi ni Kapsat Channel. Now, paki-explain po kung ano ang pwede maging ambag ng LGBT sa kasalukuyang panahon na meron tayo. Ano yung ambag? The
Ambag is contribution.
impact,
Yeah,
the contribution ng LGBT. Sabi ni Scarlett Grace Ichon. Okay?
Well, LGBT community nowadays are very impactful to the world actually. Madalas sila ang mga nag-spearhead with advocacies and maraming mga good deeds ang ginagawa nila. But mostly some are still being discriminated by other people. Let's be open to what we have right now because this is the world and we need to accept things. So I think that LGBT has this great contribution kasi they are so creative. First and foremost, they are creative with a lot of things. Mostly sila yung parang nag-enhance ng mga, they give colors to the world, especially with other people kasi mostly makeup artists, mga ganon,
They are
fashion
artists.
designers.
Yeah.
They are artists
Painter.
and they are really creative. Number two, they are mood setters and they are comedians kasi madalas sila yung nagpapatawa and di ba, Ma'am Marge?
Mga resto
Yes.
bars.
They're also
Right.
smart actually kasi
Yeah, they're
kasi
bright.
madalas yung mga pick-up lines nila or mga banat nila is something spontaneous. Hindi nila pinag-isipan, bigla-bigla na lang lumalabas.
And alam mo yung mga LGBT, they bring out the beauty and the best in
Yes.
a person.
They
Whether
give
babae
color.
o lalaki, right? So, they try to inspire others, and they also, kumbaga, in a capsule, present themselves as individuals who are unique in society.
Yes.
That they have contributions. Now, do you have an organization? Ano naman yung advocacy ng LGBT group kung if you are a member of that?
I haven't had noticed any or parang na-involved sa mga advocacies nila, pero mostly I see some cutting the stigma of HIV awareness or AIDS awareness. Tapos they also involved in women empowerment, and of course the prevailing one is the manifest. What we can manifest is yung in-uplift talaga nila yung community nila.
Yeah. And to top it all, they're involved in culture and arts
Yes.
undertakings, no? I have met people, members of the LGBT, who come up with kumbaga yung exhibit of paintings, of sculptures, of costumes, of dresses, no, and ways of life. So tama ka, they're very, very artistic.
Yes, creative.
And very, very creative, no? Kanya lang, do you think that they are quite sensitive as to their status in society? Do you think so? Hindi.
I think March, it depends pa rin with the person.
Oo.
No, kasi may mga others na are sensitive with things, especially if they're being discriminated. So some are still under the closet, tinatawag nila. They are still closeted and they don't want to expose themselves. They are not being out and loud.
Kasi may stigma pa.
Kasi may mga stigma. May
Hindi
mga
pa sila
stigma pa rin.
accepted by the family. Right.
Nandun pa rin talaga yung essence of discrimination. Pero as much as possible, we should be aware of ourselves not to discriminate the LGBT community. Yeah.
Okay. Meron ding tanong dito, Luis Mario, sabi niya, Lennox, kumusta po ang mga kabataang estudyante ngayon? Although na-discuss na natin kanina, okay ba sila sa sistema ng edukasyon ngayon? If you've been discussing with your classmates or even with your friends, how do they find the educational system these days?
Well, Ma'am Marge, some people would still have the throwing of shades when it comes to online learning kasi they couldn't take the risk or they couldn't take the pressure that they have themselves right now.
Right.
Well, some other people would also embrace online learning kasi feel nila mas comfortable sila with online education, especially that they can just lie in bed and do their homework
Right,
activities.
at the comfort of their
Yes.
homes.
Pero siguro may mga others na nasanay na rin with the face-to-face learning, especially kapag nandun yung mga friends nila to mingle with. May mga others na super extroverted that they need their classmates
Right.
to be with them on their side.
Right, you are. Kasi yung nakaka-boost ng moral pag merong nakakausap of your age.
Yes.
No? Nakaka-inspire din kung may nakikita kang kaibigan who support you in your endeavors or in your day-to-day routine as a
Yes, Ma'am
student.
Marge, I remember my friends telling me na,
Oo.
kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan.
Yes. Although nasasabi nila ito online, iba pa rin yung personal na
Yes.
nakikita
And I also
tayo.
miss the hugs of my classmates, especially kapag
Right.
before or after quiz namin, na feeling namin parang nafe-fail na kami sa grades namin. We give each other a hug.
Okay. Kayo po, naisip kong itanong sa inyo, pwede niyong i-shout out dito. Ano ang mga experiences ng mga estudyanteng nanonood or yung mga young professionals? How do you adjust to the new normal? How have you been working or studying? Tell us. I-message niyo lang po kami dito and we will be glad to read your messages and share it to other listeners. Okay? So let me ask you about this organization. Now, it's a deeper involvement. A student, that's normal to you because you've been a student in the past. You are into campus leadership as well. Yung being journalist is something above being a student, no? Pero itong pag-chairman mo ng isang organization in the district called Nabnaba is something na you relate directly to society, to families, to communities. Now, tell us what Namnama stands for and how is it, ano yung inyong mga advocacies or ano yung inyong bylaws na nandyan, ano yung inyong mga plano para mailunsad or rather maisulong ang inyong advocacies. What is Namnama? first and
Namnama
foremost.
March is, Namnama stands for nasiglat ang mga idaulo na talagid ang miyembro tektutubo
Again,
iskolar.
slowly. Nasigla,
Nasiglat ang mga
ang mga
idaulo
idaulo
na talagid ang
na
miyembro
talgid
iti agtutubo.
miyembro ti
Iti
agtutubo.
agtutubo,
Exactly,
yes.
namnama. So you are scholars of the
Yes.
district. This is under DSWD or CHED?
This is under CHED, Ma'am March.
Okay, so all college students can be member of this Scholar ti Distrito Namnama organization for as
Yes.
long as they are scholars under the CHED and the program of COMDB.
Yes. So once again, we'd like to thank Congressman Didi Sabellano for having this organization, Ma'am March. No? Kasi
Yes.
we are planning to have a lot of advocacies and mga projects involving First District of Ilocos Sur and not just First District of Ilocos Sur. We would like to extend it to the whole province of Ilocos Sur.
Right, so hindi na siya limited sa inyo dito sa First District,
Yes.
but you're going beyond or even trying to cover the whole of the province.
Ma'am Marge.
Oh, that's good. So, kailan na-discover or kailan na-organize ito?
It was in the last week of November 2020.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's 27, November 27 or 28 ata yun.
Yes, you have a very full, very colorful logo.
Yeah.
I saw it online sa Facebook, as well as you have a group chat or a Facebook account. So tell us more about the Namnama. Ano yung setup nito or organizational setup nito?
Well, Namnama is something service-oriented or it is
Okay.
something that we give service. Kasi mostly sinasabi nila na taga-accept lang kami ng scholars. Di ba, Ma'am Marge? Pero that's
Taga-accept ng, say, funding and
funding,
support.
yeah. So we want something na may magawa rin kami and of course, para ma-transform din yung blessing into another blessing with other people. So
Right.
parang sinashare din namin yung blessings namin through work and through service with them.
Yes. And ilan ang miyembro ng Namnama
Naku, Ma'am
as
Marge,
of
marami
today?
ang
Libo-libo.
miyembro. Oo.
And,
Marami.
I remember there were coordinators who were part of that affair last December. I think it's Pamaskong Handog.
Yes.
And you were all there. And I had the opportunity to provide a forum, or rather, you called it training, but for me it was not really a training because it was short term.
Yes.
But with your capabilities, parang ang ganda ng exchange, and I facilitated a youth training on leadership.
Yes, Ma'am Marge.
So, tell us about this setup at kung paano, nag-meet ba kayo? Ano ang ginagawa ng mga coordinators per municipality and the city of Vigan?
Well, Ma'am Marge, ang ginagawa namin ngayon as of is sumusunod sa mga parang kung may mga activities na pinatatawag kami like a distribution of education assistance,
So you
pumupunta pa rin naman kami.
participate,
Yes.
you join. Okay.
And we are also the parang bridge of information dissemination kasi may mga others na, uy, kumusta na yung scholar natin? Meron na bang progress? Something like that. So I talk to them nicely. Like I say na, as of now, there are no updates coming from nasa taas. So let's just wait for further announcements. I think na hindi naman yun mawawala sa atin kasi it will come on our way. It's actually a privilege that we receive those.
Paano ka maging scholar ng distrito? How
Well,
did you go through it?
We have a lot of requirements on March when I entered college noon.
Tell it to our viewers.
Actually college lang noon yung scholars natin. And it was nasa around 3,000 lang until now, punta ng 6,000 ang nare-receive per sem. And I think ngayon nasa 7,500
Per semester.
sem. Oo.
And they can receive that until they graduate in
Yes.
college. Okay, so
And
4
actually, I
years.
don't have the complete qualifications right now, but they are free to ask me so that I could ask Ate Catherine,
Catherine
yes,
Rapin.
about the qualifications. About,
Actually, this morning I received a message from a young man, a young guy, asking how he can be a scholar to Distrito. And so I said, you have to text anytime our good congressman, and then he will tell you what to do.
Yes,
Either you go to Alda or you go to Catherine. But like on any other scholarship or educational assistance, kailangan yung enrollment documents, kailangan yung secondary records
Yes.
or grades ng 4th year. But you have to start when you are 1st year.
Yes.
Hindi ka pwedeng umentro pag nasa 2nd or 3rd year ka na. Is it?
I think pwede na na rin
Pwede
ngayon.
na rin.
Pero as of now, during the pandemic, Ma'am March,
Yes.
wala pa muna nag-a-accept kasi because of the situation we have. Pero unlike
Okay.
before, hindi pwede rin yung mga senior high school, pero now they accept senior high school na rin.
Okay, so dapat hindi lang graduate ng senior high, pwede na rin senior high
Yes.
student. So, kailangan, if you are listening, yung nag-text sa akin kaninang umaga, kasi hindi raw siya nakakatanggap ng kumbaga, response or
Yes.
reply from Kabsa channel. The best thing is you send a message to Congressman D.V. Savellano sa kanyang mobile number, which is 0917-539-8321. I reiterate, 0917-539-8321. Send the message kung anong pangalan mo, age, address, your birthday,
And your purpose.
your purpose or your concern.
Well, actually, Ma'am March, marami rin nagtatanong sa akin about sa number ni Kong.
Yes.
And some are still uncertain and doubtful kung talaga bang si kay
Siya.
Kong yan. Napatunayan ko yan nung
Yes.
tinawagan niya ako mismo. So I am telling you each and sa mga viewers po natin,
Yes.
personal number po yan ni Congressman.
Siya po ang sumasagot sa inyo.
Yes.
But do not call. Huwag munang tawagan siya. Text me anytime.
Yes.
Yan ang sabi niya kasi he may be in a meeting,
Or
he may
busy.
be busy in
Having
a
a me
session,
time.
or kung anumang pinagkabisihan ni Congressman natin. So text Congressman DV and wait for his reply.
Yes.
Meron pang mga shout-out dito or may tanong. May message. Lennox, Pilar Capinola, you are 1 in a million.
Wow.
By Trishelle May Tanyeka.
Wow,
I am very
Trishelle.
honored to work with you, a true leader with good character, to more activities and quality time with you and the team. You are truly, bakit Seymour, you are truly a namnama. Okay, pinindot ko na po. Dapat talaga nasa generation pindot ka
Yes.
ngayon. Kung ano ang
You must be tech savvy. You must be
pinagpipindot
aware.
natin. Ano?
Parang ano
Okay.
dun sa pinagpipindot natin.
Yes.
Ma'am March,
Yes, yes. You know, I like this generation because you are a happy generation.
We are so happy-go-lucky,
Yes.
Ma'am March. And most of us, during the pre-pandemic season, madalas kaming lumabas and mag-party-party. We have nights out with friends and other members. So we like mingling out with people. Socialization
Right.
ang
Yes.
isa sa mga buhay namin.
So you support each other.
Yes.
And you use the same applications. You have the same games online. No, you go out dating just as well through online. So that is now your generation. What about e-commerce? Are the young generation or the youth of today involved in e-commerce or e-business?
Ay, naku, Ma'am March. Mostly ngayon, mga kabataan, they are the one who spearhead the,
Selling online.
online selling and online buying.
Ano yung mga pinagbibenta nila?
Ay, madalas nanonood talaga ako eh. Parang kabisado ko na rin madalas yung script
mga
nila.
puto kutsinta.
Pamain shirt. Ayun, pamain shirt with the code and having the prices, may mga deliveries.
PM me, that kind.
Yes. Tapos may mga may mga pakulo pa sila na pa-games, pa-raffle, gano'n.
May fashion accessories, may clothing, may shoes.
May shoes. Meron
Okay.
din mga bagay-bagay like
Bags,
furniture,
accessories.
equipment, gadgets.
Gadgets
yun, marami.
especially. So, lahat na yata ng pwedeng ibenta online, ginagawa na ng mga
And
kabataan.
one thing that we
Okay.
can emphasize or highlight, Ma'am March, is that mga kabataan madiskarte ngayon.
Yes,
Diba?
right. Madiskarte,
Yes.
no? And I also appreciate my girl, no? Although she has a child, she has a job as well, a regular job, but she takes e-commerce or do business online. And at one point, my young boy used the social media even to ask for blood donors. When the dad wanted type O plus, or rather type A plus, dun siya, ginamit niya ang
Yes.
social media para maka-encourage ng blood donors. Unfortunately, one young man, isang kabataan from San Juan was able to donate. Hindi namin siya kilala. Imagine that. So, it's bridging people with other people. It's bridging needs of people as well. So, ang generation ngayon is very lucky, I must say. Do you
Yes.
consider yourselves lucky, kayong mga Gen X?
Well, in my part, Ma'am March, we really I consider myself lucky in this generation kasi we have a lot of access.
Right?
We have a lot of resources.
Right.
And
One click lang.
Yes, it's one click away. Pero that one click could lead to something into the wrong or into something na maganda or sobrang pangit na outcome, Ma'am Marge.
So this is now the new normal for you.
Yes.
Now, how do you see the pandemic in the coming months? Dahil meron na tayong mga vaccines. Have you had vaccination?
I didn't have one pa, Ma'am
You
Marge.
didn't have, but you look forward to that before the end of the year, right? All of us, we do. Now, how do you see yourselves? Kayong mga generation ngayon nasa university, although outside university, you have so many activities.
Yes.
How do you see yourselves beyond 2021? Say 22, 23. How do you think society will fall under your shoulders?
Siguro, Ma'am Marge, as of now, we can't assure what will happen in the next coming months or next coming years. Maybe nandyan pa rin yung pandemic, which is teaching us continuous lessons and self-realizations in life.
Right.
Pero I think na when pandemic is continuously striking us, nandun pa rin yung essence of pagka-discard and strategy. Kasi despite of the pandemic, we still remain resilient and we find ways for us to cope up and to parang mag-rise up pa rin sa ating mga sariling tao.
Actually, I don't find yung mga problema ay masyadong dinidibdib ng generation ninyo. No? You step up, you take challenges, you're open to change, and that characterizes the strong personalities of our new generation. No? Aging 12 onwards to 25 perhaps, or even to the early 30s.
Kasi Ma'am Marge, maraming distractions ngayon ng mga kabataan. Like, we have yung sabi ko nga kanina, maraming mga online games na pwede nilang pagkaabalahan kasi despite of thinking of the problems, despite of being anxious what will happen next, they are focusing on their games, no? Parang ito yung dito muna
May
ako.
entertainment.
Yung problema mamaya na muna. Actually, we have different entertainment platforms that we have, di ba? Hindi lang mga online games.
You know what? I also observe yung mental wellness.
Yes.
So, apart from games, apart from connecting with friends, I also notice my young boys at home, full rest and sleep na sila ngayon. Although they play games, but they sleep a lot.
Well, actually, Ma'am Marge, I think it is important for in our generation to have what we call the wellness or the self-care, no? Kasi mostly there are recorded surveys na mga nasa generation namin ngayon, sila yung madalas nagkakaroon ng record with suicide, depression, anxiety. So we must be having the self-care. Actually, I have a book which I'm reading kapag medyo balisa or 'di ba? Actually, one great book that we could use, especially kapag nawawalan na ng pag-asa and everything negative na pumapasok sa iyo, is the Bible talaga.
Of course, I have my Our Daily Bread, an inspirational message coming from Our Daily Bread.
Yes.
Now, how do you relate with older people, with your parents, with your siblings who are older, with the professionals within the home setup or home setting? Paano yung pagre-relate ng Gen X ngayon? How do you move on with your interests? How do you explain to your parents? You know, that kind of thing. So how is the relationship between you at your age now and your parents and older siblings?
Ma'am Marge, because of this pandemic, no, marami yung umamin na mas napaganda yung connections nila with their parents or with their family members kasi nga nandun lang sila sa loob ng bahay. At least they could open up to things and sort out things immediately. But I think na there are still some friendly or parang hindi naman ganun ka-harsh na arguments inside the home. Like,
but at the end of the day,
yes, nagkakasundo pa rin sila. Like, kung ano yung ulam, something like that, di ba?
kung pwedeng lumabas, dahil wala nang allowance, pwedeng whatever, no?
Halimbawa rin kapag nagkakaroon ka ng online education or online learning, online class, yung parents mo sinasabi, oy, maglinis ka naman doon sa So, wait lang ma, kasi nag-online class
Do you
pa lang ako.
participate or do you get involved in household chores? You
Well,
yourself?
actually, Ma'am Marge, sa bahay namin, hindi naman sila mahigpit with cleaning schedules, no? Kung feel mo na madumi na. Kasi kami doon sa bahay, kapag may mga dust na talaga na parts sa bahay, talagang linilinisan na namin. Hindi namin nahayaan na maglilinis pa kami this Saturday.
Have you been cooking?
I don't know how to cook, Mama March. I don't know how to cook.
Okay. Or preparing something
Yeah.
like halo-halo or some drinks?
Well, actually, I don't
For
know
the
how to cook,
family?
pero I do prepare some mga easy cook.
Yeah. Are there
Like,
indoor games you have at
I don't
home?
really play indoor games. I mostly
Okay.
focus on reading, learning, kasi those are some of my hobbies and interests in life. And just browsing my internet.
You know, I have a boy who plays cards with me. Before I sleep, I
Yeah.
would say, come on, let's play cards, you know? Even with my daughter. So that's one way of bonding with our children of
Yes.
your generation. Now, how do you see yourself, being involved in community activities immediately after coming from Kabsa Channel and being a guest here? Will you be doing some volunteerism or have you been doing some already?
Well, I have been, Ma'am March, and I will
Yeah.
continuously be involving in some volunteerism activities and
Good.
extension programs. Kasi
Good.
I myself loves volunteering kasi
Yeah.
parang may something na feeling na happiness ka na nakikita kapag tumutulong ka sa others.
Right.
That's really sincere, and it's a really happy feeling na nakakatulong ka, especially kapag marami kang blessings na dumarating sa buhay mo. I think you need to give back those blessings to other people who needs it or who need
Right.
it.
You're right because this morning I was asked by one of my university students, Ma'am, what is your mantra?
Wow.
So, yeah, mantra. Kung noong kabataan ko at nag-aaral tulad ninyo, ako'y nakikibaka.
Well, actually,
Coming from the University of the Philippines, ayun ang aking mantra. But
Well,
these
to be
days,
honest, so much, I also
ano ang
an
iyong
activist na rin.
mantra? Ngayong estudyante ko pa lang. Tell me.
Siguro, I think as early as yung mantra ko parang nasa point na live life to the fullest.
You enjoy life.
Diba? Yeah.
Oo. Ako sinabi ko, when I joined already humanitarian organizations and I've matured, I've become a professional, iba na yung naging mantra ko, hindi na makibaka at hindi na yung kung ngayon, hindi ngayon, kailan pa. Yung tipong ganon.
Yes.
When I joined INGOs and humanitarian organizations, I've learned to appreciate what government does as a partner. I've learned to mature and make a difference in the lives of people. And I hope, and I see, I should say, that you are doing that by being an active student leader or campus leader, by being a journalist yourself, by being an events host, by being a broadcaster, a chairman of an organization like NAMA. So you are doing or making a difference not only in the lives of your peers, of your fellow youth, but even to other people. And I think that is quite ideal these days. Yan ang gusto namin mas matanda sa inyo, no? Na medyo nawala na sa generation ninyo. We're just observers of how you do things these days. Okay? So, tell us, ano yung activities ng Namnama in the forthcoming days? Kung ano man yung yung mga involvement in your community service.
Well, actually, Ma'am March, may hanay kami na action plans na ginawa, no?
Right.
First and foremost, we have parang magkakaroon muna ng, for education.
Health.
Next is for health, for the environment, and for the community. Pero as of hindi namin nagawa ng mga first quarter kasi nga because of loaded work sa school and because of different schedules namin ng mga members. So I think as of now, it is still important for us to follow the minimum health standards and protocols. And kung may mga other na activities na kailangan namin gawin, that is to empower other people or other youth na rin as of now.
To inspire other
To inspire
youth.
and be the voice na rin, Ma'am March.
Voice of the youth. Now, this coming summer, na wala nang pasok, I believe, siguro during or immediately after Lenten season, may mga lull moments sa university. Siguro may break din kayo, right? Kailan ang break?
Next week, Ma'am March. That's one whole week.
One whole week before Holy Week.
Yeah.
So, anong balak ninyo? Also to be reflective, prayerful. Anong balak ng mga kabataan during that break before the Lent?
That is intended for us to actually to pamper ourselves and to make ourselves relax, lalo na sa mga loaded works. And that is our time for us to like chill lang
chill lang.
Yes,
Ano yung chill na sinasabi? Umiinom.
That's another
umiinom.
Gen Z word,
Yeah,
Mamar.
exactly. I like that word. What is chilling around?
Chill is something na siguro relax ka lang and kalma ka lang, ganun. Kalma
Parang
muna,
nasa,
ganun.
adakala di sirok ti marunggi or sirok ti
Yes,
nyog.
that's a
Nagpapahangin.
traditional ideal term for
Yes.
chill. Pero ngayon yung mga chill na sinasabi nila, siguro going out with friends,
Right.
having party, drinking liquors.
Liquor!
Yeah.
Come on.
No, but I
Or
don't
fruit-
drink liquors.
Fruit juices, fresh juice.
Yes.
Okay, fresh fruit juice. No, chilling around is perhaps even biking.
Yes, yes.
Mountain bike, bicycle, jogging in the morning, walking. By the itong sa beach.
Yes.
That is also chilling for you,
Yes,
right?
Ma'am Mars.
Swimming, camping. How I wish isa pa rin akong katulad mo na sa ganyang edad. No, it's quite interesting. Okay. For you, Lennox, what is leadership?
Siguro leadership is a way for you to connect with other people and do good things that would make the world be a better one. So you will be a catalyst of change.
Right. Ang ganda ng iyong definition, catalyst of
Yes.
change. No? I remember may mga competitions noon sa Rotary Club, even in universities and colleges, na mga extemporaneous speech
Yes.
contest. Yan, how do you describe or define the youth? And bakit
Maraming
nasasabing
mga essay din.
catalyst? Catalyst of change. Yung mga ganyan mga extemporaneous speech contest.
Yes.
No? So, as a catalyst of change, ikaw mismo, anong gagawin mo to empower your fellow youth, to make them accept realities of the new
Yes.
normal that we are still living within or amidst the pandemic. So, for you, how do you change? How do you become a catalyst for change sa iyong mga peers?
Well, as of now, Ma'am Marge, we need to be realistic, no? Hindi, with this kind of age, halos wala ka pang magawa sa buhay, di ba?
Marami kayong magagawa.
Maraming magagawa, pero not with the extent that you're gonna execute those things. I
Yeah.
think the best way for you to be a catalyst of change is to focus on your studies.
Right.
So that you will be successful in the future. And if you'll be successful in the future, at least you have the power, you have the means, resources, connections, and the money that you can do para to change the world that you want to live in or something that you can influence a lot of people now.
So you need to study,
Yes.
and study. Read, write.
We need to be equipped with a lot of knowledge and to be informed muna.
Yes.
It will serve as our weapon, Ma'am Marge, in the near future.
If I say that you need to make your parents proud of you, are you a catalyst of change?
Yeah.
Yes? Why do you say so?
I think that with my affiliations right now and with the volunteerisms that I have also, at least I'm making my own little ways to step up on what leadership could be.
Right.
And at least I am doing something that could make parang yung mga advocacies ko in a real way. And my parents are so proud when I tell them na, ma, natulungan kasi ganito, may pinuntahan kami na, no? Tapos binigyan namin ng mga ganito.
Ba't kailangan magpaalam sa mga magulang
Yes.
pag merong ginagawa?
Nako.
Kailangan malaman ng inyong mga magulang. Your parents should know
Especially
your
if your
activities.
parents are so strict talaga. Mga
Yes. Ako cool akong mom. I'm not very
Wow.
strict. I'm very, very cool. I understand my kids, kung anong interests nila. And I am a transformational mother.
Well, I think Ma'am Marge, yung mga parents ko sa bahay, they are researchers. Kasi they are full of research questions pagka
Like
pagkarating
what?
mo sa
Ano
bahay.
yung mga
Sa una,
tinatanong?
saan ka galing? Sino mga kasama mo?
Ganon, nagre-research
Oo.
na. Nagtatanong.
Yes.
May ako transformational. If you're interested in this, okay, go for it. Hone your skills on that.
Yes.
If you love Mobile Legends, go ahead. But you should always remember that it is just a game.
Yes.
It may give you lessons as well and open opportunities for friendship with others, for other gamers.
Yes.
But then if you consider your studies as your priority, I can also be a transformational mother to you.
Yes.
Okay?
Ang cool ni Ma'am Marge.
Oh, I am cool. Yan ang
Wow.
sabi ng mga kaibigan, mga friends ng aking mga anak. Cool si mami mo. No? You know what? When they come over, lalo na nung mga high school pa sila, ako pa yung nagpe-prepare ng snacks nila. You better go to this. You better stay or be part of the fish pond. Yung mga, we have an open
Wow.
fish pond then. At sila doon. And I ask our helpers to, buy things or buy good food for the kids. Because that's one way of not only observing, but knowing the friends of my of my children, of my, especially ngayong mga, lalo na yung boys ko, I'd love to see them na merong inaakbayan, may ka-holding hands. I'm very open to that. And sasabihin ko pa, ito yung magandang regalo mo. No? Tulad noon, no? Binigyan ako ng bulaklak dito ni Gilbert Caro. Ma'am, ganda ng bulaklak, mami.
Hashtag sana all.
Sana all talaga. Sabi ng anak ko na may girlfriend, Mami, pwede kayang ganyan din binigay ko. Naku, mahal ito, anak. So, I love the interest of my children. I never say no to them. So I hope even other parents would be interested in the undertakings, in the activities of children, especially if you have someone like Lennox.
Yes.
Si Lennox kasi hindi lang estudyante, but rather a student leader and yung events host, yun ang gusto ko ring malaman sa'yo. Because I think we've practically touched all of your activities and your role as a youth of today. Yung events hosting, paano yun sa'yo?
Actually, it started, Ma'am Marge, when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Actually, parang napapansin ko na rin na parang I have potential in speaking na rin because of the influence of watching cartoons and
kasi may nagagawa pala talaga ang cartoons,
Kasi they molded me how to speak fluently and may mga turo na rin si Mama na ganito the way you pronounce things and words.
Right.
And then
sino ang favorite cartoon character?
Mickey Mouse noon.
Of course.
Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Kasi they are really informative noon. Those are the information era of cartoons.
Yes.
And I also learned dubbing, podcasting, ganun. Tapos voice-over acting, ganun.
Wow, you are multi-talented. Have you been into theater?
I've been into theater and that's just once, pero that's mga nasa Les Miserables stage, ganun.
Wow, ha? So you've, meron bang theatrical activities sa University of Northern Philippines?
As of now, walang mga...
Noon, meron din.
Meron, Ma'am Marge, meron.
Akala ko Miss UNP lang ang meron dyan. Mr. and Miss UNP.
Marami. And then the events hosting, I started with friends lang. And I didn't have to receive any incentives noon, like thank you lang.
Fun. Yes. So
and
ano
of course,
yung mga
that's for
events na
experience. Birthdays, weddings, may mga other 15 golden anniversary weddings.
Right.
Mga debut madalas, tas weddings, halos mga events.
So, mga kachika, mga ka-Gen Z, meron tayo ditong events host. Kung you can call or if not, communicate with Lennox kung kailangan nyo ng isang host or isang mag-organize ng inyong event.
Well, actually, Ma'am Marge,
how do they get in contact with you?
Referral, Ma'am Marge, and of course, siguro, sino ulit yung nag-host sa ano mo? Parang gusto ko rin siyang kunin, something like that. Pero as of now, I've lessened.
Word of mouth.
Yes, I've lessened my events hosting kasi because of, yun nga, I don't wanna, parang, because of the virus, parang gusto ko muna ng distancing with people. Physical distancing, not social lang.
Meron ka ring restrictions these days.
Yes, and syempre, focus muna tayo sa online school natin. Kasi meron pa akong TV-gan. Okay. So, parang focus muna with those careers. So, siguro, with the events hosting, soon na lang muna.
Okay. We would like to get your last message. You may want to give your message to our young listeners and even to all our audience dito sa Trabaho Ken Serbisyo. Trabaho Ken Serbisyo also manifests its appreciation to people who work and provide service, not just from NGAs or LGUs, but here comes a young man who provides service, who works the hard way, not just as a student, but even as an events host and journalist and broadcaster. So we'll listen to you, Lennox. Take it away for your last message.
Well, sa mga kabataan ngayon, if we wanna live life to the fullest talaga, we should be careful of our actions kasi our actions resonate ourselves and our identity. And of course, it speaks up to the whole generation na rin. So we should be cautious of what we're doing and ingat-ingat lang tayo sa mga ginagawa natin, especially of what we post online kasi our social media is also our identity na rin, Ma'am Marge.
More. Say some more.
And
nakaka-inspire diba? Isang kabatang magsalita ng ganyan. Parang,
yes. And of course, sa atin, we just keep our education one of our priorities in life. Kung posible, priority muna natin. Kasi it will serve as a foundation of our success in the future. And of course, pagtibayin pa natin ang ating relationship with our friends, with our family, and of course, sa mga strangers na rin. We should be doing our best, and we should be doing the best that we could become. Be the best version of yourself.
Right. So, you have heard, friends, one young man, a student leader, a campus leader, chairman of Namnama organization, an events host, and the broadcaster, a volunteer, and a very responsible citizen of our district and our province.
Ay, Ma'am Marge, anyway,
Yes.
gusto ko lang batiin yung mga officers ko sa Namnama. Ayan,
Yes.
nagpapa-shoutout sila, mga
Mention
kasama
their
namin.
names.
Ayan,
Vice
ang
President.
dami nila. Vice President si Stanley, Secretary namin si Trishelle, sa aming treasurer na si Joanna Fel. Ayan, sino pa?
Auditor.
Auditor namin na si Althea, and ang PRO namin na si si Johan. Ayan.
And all the municipal coordinators.
Coordinators natin, ayan, ang dami nila. Mas
And
hindi ko
all your
akala.
members.
Oo, mga members namin, hello. And sa mga CHED scholars na rin, ayan,
Yes.
antay-antay lang po tayo sa ating scholarship. And binabati ko si Perfecto Raka Jr. ngayon nandito, kasama ko ngayon. Siya ang aking bantay representative. Ayan.
Alam mo, maraming kasalanan yan sa akin. Ang dami, ang dami niyang
And
comments.
si Jean pala,
I would
si
like to
Jean,
say
ayan.
thank you to Mr. Raka.
Ayan,
Okay?
si Jean, Ma'am Marge. I think student was si Jean.
Jean, of course,
Jean
he's very
Cloud,
active. They've presented the best PowerPoint presentation on
Wow,
yes,
Jean.
kasi 5 groups yan. At maatat sila, number 5 sila, pero katatapos ang dalawa, gusto na nilang mag-report. Si John, especially. I think he's also a product of the University of the Philippines.
Yes.
And this is his second course. Nako, kung magbibigay ako ng uno, itong mga estudyante ko ngayon.
Wow, Ma'am
Ang
Marge.
galing-galing nila, and I'm so impressive with the work and their answers to my questions. And I get so inspired. I'm so inspired as their teacher in politics and administration, as well as local government and regional administration. So thank you very much,
Thank you,
Lennox.
Ma'am Marge, and thank you, Kabsat Channel.
Yes, thank you, and I hope that in the coming months, our Namnama will also be able to join us here, our Namnama officers, to not only to share themselves to our young listeners and viewers, but also to share their vision, their plans as the hope of the fatherland. Again, kakabsat, nalpas manen ti Mesa nga episode iti programa tayo nga Trabaho ken Serbisyo. I would like also to receive your messages to me. My official number is 0995-306-8694. No, adda kayat yu apo nga ma-interview dito, nga dati NGA, LGU, or other people who are working hard. Nga gitited ti serbisyo, agtatrabaho nga nasayaat. This is an open program. So send me a message kung sino yung gusto nyong ma-interview. Kung si President Duterte, nako, kailangan si Kong Bibi ang mag-connect. At kung kailangan din ng isang mangingisda or sino man na nagtatrabaho para sa ating lahat, mangingisda, manggagawa, farmer, whoever, please send me your message. And thank you very much for joining me again today. I hope that you will be with me again in the next episode of Trabaho ken Serbisyo. Thank you, and feel young, feel youthful like Lennox. Thank you, goodbye. I love you all.